Hi, beautiful souls. Today I'm sharing a little about planetary service work. You see, often when we are very focused on our own spiritual path, we can become a little bit insular and we forget about the collective and the whole and what we are actually really wishing to focus on with our services and our light and our gifts and our qualities and all that we are. But we do have to become balanced, centered, and in alignment with our integrity and our truth within first. So often, many light workers, we go out there and we do our best to assist others to remember the truth of who they are, and yet sometimes we still have some work that we still have to do within ourselves before we're at that place of peace and equilibrium. And when we're in that place of peace and equilibrium, we start to let go of our own spiritual journey, because we know that we are already God. And when you know that you are God, you know you are in your Christ itself, when you know that you are your almighty I am presence, when you know that you are all that you are abundant, and that you are the one that is giving everything to yourself in this now for a higher purpose, then you stop worrying about other lower level ways of being, or oh gosh, I better do this bit of whatever work because that might help me to be more this and that and the other. To influence the collective in a way that is actually really positive and beneficial, we first of all have to get beyond ourselves, get beyond our own spiritual journey, get beyond our own inner work and all of the stuff that we have to do in order to heal ourselves. So obviously that means resting a lot in 0 point, and then we can actually start being a planetary leader. And when I say a planetary leader, I don't mean that somebody that is better than anyone else, because no leader is better than anybody else. There are no such things as gurus. I mean, of course, yes, they still exist on the 3-dimensional reality, but in truth, if you are wishing to move to higher frequencies, 5th dimension and higher, then these things just slip away. They don't even exist. But to be influential in the sense of assisting the planet and to assisting the collective evolving consciousness, then you must release all that you are, release all of the baggage that you've been carrying around with you, find that equilibrium inside yourself, and then concentrate on the planet, not worrying about your own spiritual journey anymore, because you know that you are God. And when you know that you are God, you know there is nothing that you need to do to take yourself any further, because you are already enough. You're all that you are. You're all that you are. So how might you be able to affect positively this planet and the ascension for the collective on this planet? Well, obviously, service to the collective means, your services are vital. Your sharing and giving of your gifts is vital. Everything that you have, give away, give it all away. And I don't mean that in a sense of being so selfless that you have nothing, because the truth is that when you're abundant and you're really giving, then the flow just returns, because it's like a toroidal field. That's how it has to happen. That's why I say, if you concentrate on God and concentrate on source, creator, whatever you want to name that aspect, then you get everything that you ever need anyway. It's a byproduct. So consider how you might help this planet. Well, of course, there are positive actions that you may take. Those positive actions may actually be going out into the field, helping a person, random acts of kindness here and there, random acts of kindness to nature as well. Not doing it because you feel that, I must do this because it will give me brownie points, because that's not how it works. Doing it because you actually really love to do it. Really, really makes you feel good to bless a tree. It really makes you feel good to gently walk on the earth and to really feel the earth beneath your feet and really consider every single particle within the soil and what that soil means to this planet, and going deep down into hollow earth and speaking to all of the wonderment within, and bringing out that wonderment to the surface and cleansing the earth with all that you are. There are so many different ways you can do visualizations. I'm really hot on visualizations. That's one of my favorite ways to prayer, of course, everybody has different ways of praying. Journaling is also a very useful one, and also creative journaling. So creative journaling is what I do. It works best for me, is to actually draw things down, how I wish to see them, how I wish to experience them. And be really, when you're doing it, when you're writing things down, when you're doing a prayer, when you're visualizing, when you're decreeing, when you're affirming, when you're using sound, when you're using color, when you're using light, whatever partnership you are using in your practices to bring forth more light, more abundance, more love, more joy, more compassion here on this earth plane, and assisting planetary evolution, then be really, really centered in your joy. Be really in your heart. There's no point you doing this if you're in your head and you're thinking about something else at the time and thinking, oh, I'm going to help, but oh, I'm worried about this, because that is not the point. And if that is what you're doing, then you still have some inner work to do, my dear one. And when I say inner work, it doesn't have to be actually like, the old school kind of counselling ways of bringing up all of the stuff and making a great big hoo-ha and making it actually worse for yourself in many ways. I've done counselling in the past, but I would never do it again, because I actually don't think it's as helpful as it could be. I think it's a very three-dimensional way of being. It stirs up a lot more trouble than bringing peace. But some people just love to talk about their shit. So, for those people that actually really enjoy going over and over their stuff, poor little me victimhood stuff, well, yes, then counselling's for them. But anybody that's actually on a higher frequency and just wants to be, right, leave this alone, let the baggage go, move to a high frequency, then yes, rest in 0 point. Dr. Joe Meditation's very, very good, and if you haven't already encountered Sandra Walter's work, then I recommend her highly. She's wonderful, wonderful, beautiful soul. I absolutely adore her, and she's been greatly influential and helping me on my path, and so kind and so humble. There's really nothing egotistical about her. She's an ascended master, and an embodied ascended master, although she would never say that, but she certainly is. She's really so graceful and so beautiful to be around. So, and everyone has that ability. It's actually not difficult at all. All you need to do is just to remember that you are God and see everyone else as God. See the divine in everything. I am divine. I see the divine in everything. When something comes up, and there may be a slight moment of interest in the nervous system, just relax, go to the heart, open the heart, expand the heart. I am love. Love responds with love. Love always responds with love. There's ways to love, and love is the truth of all it is. So if you want to bring forth greater peace, love, and joy on this beautiful planet, co-creating a peaceful, loving and joyful world, you must first of all get over yourself. Know that you are God. Know that you are your almighty I am presence. Know that you are your Christ self. Know that you are your highest self. Know that you are galactic levels, master levels, angelic levels, and all higher aspects, all here in this now. You are all of it. You are all that you are. And when you really truly embody all of that and feel all of that and know that for truth, then you are able to really influence the collective in a way that is divinely and beautifully and purposefully aligned with God, Creator, Source. And this of course also assists the cosmos, because we are all interconnected. And that's what leaders do, real leaders, leaders of a higher frequency. And you do need to keep up with world affairs so that you can place intention and love into those places that need it. Now, I personally don't read newspapers and I don't watch the news, So you might wonder, how on earth can I possibly keep up with things? Well, one of the things that you can do is you can have an atlas, and you can peruse your atlas if that is helpful. Or you can peruse a globe of the world. You know, often people have apps on their phone where you can see the globe. And if you take the globe from your app, like through your pineal gland, through your third eye, bring that into the forefront, hold it in your heart, and then just slowly move the globe around, concentrating on the waterways, the land mass, the sea mass, and see into the areas using your intuition and your insight, your telepathic abilities, your higher gifts. You know, if you want to practice your highest gifts, if you want to be good at using your highest gifts, you must practice your high gifts. So you can't just rely on other people to tell you stuff. You've got to go in there and find it for yourself. At first you will go, well, is this true? Am I making it up? Blah, blah, blah. But the point is if you feel like, Mongolia requires my love and attention in this now, I bless Mongolia, okay? Now, there may be nothing on the news about Mongolia, but if your intuition tells you Mongolia requires your love and your attention and your focused decrees, mantras, affirmations, visualizations, however you wish to pray it into reality with your spiritual gifts, or if you're actually on the ground there, maybe you can look around, what is it that how can I offer my services? Then you offer those services willingly, lovingly, joyfully, happily. Oh, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful I can help in this now. I am so happy and so grateful I can help in this now. Lately, I've been aware that the temperatures in Australia have been particularly high. So I can come within and I can visualize Australia, and I can send coolness, I can send rain, I can lower the temperature, I can see the animals thriving, I can see them getting enough to drink, I can see the plants thriving, that they're able to reach water sources beneath the earth. And I concentrate on that, and I know that that is truth, and I bring that as a truth. It's the intention that is the most important thing to do. When you're intentional and when you really, really practice this, there'll come a point when you are obviously more masterful. At the beginning, it takes practice. Everything takes practice to get good at. Everything takes practice. But you know, there's a choice. You can either practice and do your utmost to be a part of this evolving consciousness in this now, to bring greater joy, peace, love and harmony to this beautiful earth plane, or you can be a passive observer and just sit back, and on the worst case scenario you can be a passive observer that likes to complain and puts more negative out than positive. And I would not wish that on anyone, because that also hurts you and your DNA and doesn't help you to step off the wheel. Remember, there is still a wheel that can be tricky to jump off, but nobody wants to be stuck on a wheel. Nobody wants to be recycling old experiences, recycling old emotions, recycling old ways of being. Nobody wants to be in that loop. So jump off the wheel and take charge of your inner power. Stand in your power, be your power, know yourself as God. Get into 0 point each day, get out into nature. Let go of all of the baggage, stop complaining, stop being a misery moo. Nobody wants to be around misery moo people. And be counted. Be counted. Be seen, be heard. Be a vehicle of love and send out love. Know that you are love, and that love is the truth and love is the way. You are God, you are creator, you are universe, you're a metaverse. You're powerful beyond measure. Let the flow guide you. Be all that you are. Be all that you are. Be all that you are in this perfect, beautiful now. We're quantum. We are God. Each and every one of us. I send you love. My name is ZsaZsa. It's absolutely rainy out there. And So I'm here next to my lotus candles and my little plants that are healing themselves, well, with my assistance. And please like, subscribe and share if you feel called to do so. I send you many blessings, I send you great joy, and I send you love. Peace.